most people in society believe that they are someone interacting with society. That they're a separate entity interacting with society, and there's somebody that's inside this body looking out. So maybe you believe that. Maybe you're sitting in your chair and you believe that you're sitting listening to me. Whereas in actuality, there is nobody listening to me. There is only listening happening. There is only experiencing happening. It isn't being experienced by someone. So maybe you think that you've got a life, that you have problems, that you don't have problems, that you're going somewhere, that you are something. And none of that is who you are. Some people might call that the ego, but I don't really go into that word because my teacher used to use ego in a positive way. But they believe that these thoughts, these feelings, these ideas are someone. And that's who you are. And then when they're waking up, they begin to believe that they can see the ego, they can see their own dynamics, but that too would be the mind, or part of the person seeing something. So all thoughts and feelings and experiences don't come together and form a person that's alive experiencing. So just because you're thinking, oh, I am sitting here, Lisa, what are you talking about? And I do have a past, and you're imagining your past, just because that's appearing inside your imagination, that doesn't actually mean that there is an entity that's alive there. It feels like that person is experiencing unconscious, but it's not. It's not actually alive. It's a play happening, just like a film being projected onto the movie screen. You can see that none of the characters are actually alive and independent. Their colours and sounds appearing, giving the appearance of watching someone. They're not actually alive in that moment. They're dead matter. And what I mean by dead is like not conscious. There isn't consciousness. So you're not actually conscious. That person isn't actually conscious. So the past isn't conscious. So if you imagine yourself as someone that's come from the past and now sitting on a seat watching me, so that you've been off in the world and you've just done all these things this afternoon and now you're sitting on a seat watching me. and then you believe that that person is alive, that's not conscious. How can something that's not here be conscious? How can an imagination? It's an imagination with feelings that are passing through consciousness. And how can projections of you in the future be conscious? So something you do or don't do, you like or don't like, how can that actually be conscious and be alive? So who is alive? Like in this moment, who is alive? What's looking out of your eyes? If it's not a person, if it's not your thoughts of the past or thoughts of the future, what you should or shouldn't do, or what you like or don't like, your body, if it's not that, then who's looking out of these eyes now? Or what is looking out of these eyes now? And the answer is absolute mystery. When you really get down to the details of it, you can't even call it consciousness. The consciousness doesn't even exist. You can't even recognize as that. It's just experiencing itself. This empty looking. And this mystery, this not knowing, is freedom. It's who you truly are. It's what you are. It never knows anything now. Your mind knows things. Your body knows things. The world seems to know things. But this not knowing is absolutely innocent, and it's been covered by this attachment to the body-mind and the belief that the body-mind is you, and it's like an energetic contraction, and it kind of sucks in this not knowing, because this not knowing doesn't even know that it's looking at something. It simply is everything. It has no boundaries because it's not knowing. So it's looking. So this, you could call it consciousness if you want, but it's even beyond consciousness, really. But this consciousness doesn't know that it's a subject looking at an object. It just is everything. It doesn't know what it is, so it by default is everything and nothing. And that's happening in all body-mind mechanisms, that this not knowing is looking out. And this is your freedom. It's so free and vast. It's all that's ever wanted. It's so beautiful. But what happens in most is that there is this attachment to time, this attachment to the body, to feelings, to emotions, and then this seeking energy to try to find that not knowing, in the future, in something. If I just do this, if I just do that, it will never happen. You'll never arrive at peace in time, no matter what is happening in your life. And this isn't about peaceful mind. This isn't about you arriving at something, although that can be a side effect of this. It's a sinking back into the immediacy of everything, this absolute mystery, this, I love it, this innocence that's just here, just now. And that has effects on characters. The character is going to have its tendencies, it's going to experience pleasure or pain, but it's not any longer this attachment to the character and this belief that happiness is found in the character, that happiness is found in what I do or don't do. And it's kind of simultaneously this sinking back in, this trust of the mystery of it all happening, like that you're not in control of this life, that you're not driving the dream bus. Like a few weeks ago, I was this body mind, aka Lisa. It's a little shy because there's quite a few people below my window, and they can hear me talking to myself. It's okay, but it looks a little Looney Tune. But a few weeks ago, I was in a car accident. It was really not a bad car accident, but it could have been bad. But it also could have not happened as well. It could have been all these different things that you imagine, and you could imagine like how bad it could have been, like it could have been a disaster, and then you could imagine like that, like nothing could have happened. I don't know if you've ever been in a car accident, but often after the car accident, to help the bodies to adjust to what's just happened, you talk about what could have happened or how lucky or how unlucky you were. And in the end, like it's nothing to do with luck or not luck. It's just our way of speaking. In the end, it's what this mystery, this source of everything, which is who you are. So it's not happening to you. You're not some small figure in which this mystery is doing life to. You are that mystery. It's what that mystery creates. So it's what you are creating, but not you as something personal. Like you're spontaneously creating. Like if you're playing a piece of music and making it up as you go, it's like spontaneous. So it's not something you can sit and dictate and be like, I want 10 Jaguars, 16 houses. It's spontaneous. It's happening instantaneously. And it's what you, as that mystery, are creating. And it will happen the way it happens. And 100 other drivers could drive exactly the same way, and there'd be 100 other outcomes. Like it isn't a particular there isn't a recipe for this life. It's so mysterious. We think there is. We think because we're good at getting resources, collecting resources, and manipulating nature that we can control this, but it's actually way more mysterious. Like something like a car accident. There's so many, all the times, there's so many things that could happen. You know, there can be one driver that's had like 20 car accidents, and there's one driver that's never had any accidents, and that one driver could not be a very good driver, and the other one could be a really good driver. Like it's really mysterious how it happens. And all of it's in accordance with what's meant to happen, in perfect balance. There's nothing that happens out of balance. And the more there is the relaxation into that, or the collapse into that, then the letting go of the identification happens. But again, it's not somebody's letting go. There isn't a person that lets go of that. Because who would let go of that? It's just something that seemingly happens. The person is all about control and seeking and trying to obtain happiness and freedom in the future and avoid unhappiness and pain. And it's not in that. Freedom isn't in that. Freedom is right here. It's this mystery that the mind, the person doesn't want to see. Because it's scary. Who you are is absolute not knowing. Who you are doesn't know a thing intellectually. It doesn't have an opinion. It doesn't reject badness and move towards goodness. It doesn't care if you live or die. It doesn't care if the whole of society collapses. It's just experiencing impartially, without an objective or without a goal. And it's not a thing. So there's nothing you can know, there's nothing you can grab onto. It's suspended in the middle of nowhere. You see, the person is always making up stories about where it came from and where it goes to, and that gives the person some form of security. But your essence has no clue. Your essence hasn't come from somewhere or not come from somewhere. It is just here experiencing. It's not got something or not got something. It's not a position. It's not looking from a position. It's not all positions. Oh, sorry. And it is all positions. It's the opposite. I need to get my bad battery.